Alright, I want to do this as a part of the series because many times there's many topics I want to talk about, but I just don't have the time to do it through the cameras, whatever, and most of the time we driving through traffic anyway to work and from work, so I'm going to add this right here to a part of Project Open Mic, just so we can have videos constantly. So I'm gonna be playing videos and reacting to it, and stuff like that. It'd be better through this content. So, excuse me. I want to talk about this, where people. The name of the video from Future Z is "Women Say We Like Nice, Smart Guys." That's what they say. So let's just play.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Some men don't know how to have a conversation at all.
Now, I agree with the statement. Just like I always go because it's not absolute, it's not all. But some men do not know how to have a conversation, and that is correct. I understand that. Just like some women don't know how to have a conversation. That statement in itself is not wrong. But let's listen to the conversation.
Let's get it.
I need mental stimulation more than anything.
More than anything.
More than anything.
Can I talk to you?
Can I?
I'm so big on that.
She says she needs more mental stimulation. Now, this is anecdotal evidence that I'm talking about. There's few, and I do mean a few, very few women, no matter what the race is, black, whatever, no matter what the race is, that stimulates my mind. On the level when I look at stuff, science and research and stuff, y'all see I do that with my Project Open Mic. But I give her the benefit of the doubt, she might be one of them. We'll see if that's the case though. Because sometimes a lot of people will be like, oh yes, I'm this, and then they prove the opposite of it.
Right now, like the next guy
I gotta talk.
Like a conversation is the hardest thing to have with niggas these days.
What?
Isn't it?
Okay, we already know you're not intelligent enough if you're using the N-word. What the hell? What decent guy, like even me, what decent guy would want to speak to a person who uses the N-word so freely? You're not intelligent. You're not sophisticated. If you're using the most lowest terms to say something, what the hell is that?
I'd be like, what the fuck are we talking about? Yeah, no substance, no
Like
nothing.
none.
Don't WYD me every Excuse
2
me?
days.
I hate ILY. I hate IMY.
Guys, here's my question. There are plenty of well-spoken individuals, men
Exactly.
specific,
Yeah.
on this planet. Who's sending you WIDs on a consistent basis?
There's people who that's the part I was killing with some of you women. You want an intelligent guy. Go after the intelligent guy. Don't go after the hood cat and the Ners and all that dummy. That's a part like that don't make sense.
You FRs on a consistent basis. Oh man, let's keep listening.
I hate FR for real. What the for? I'm not talking to you. You're a grown ass man. And then when a nigga say to me, it's given. Excuse me? Oh yeah, we done.
You were done.
So guys, this video is really about
Listening to that conversation makes me say, women, these women in this thing, B. Simone being one of them, that's not an intelligent conversation. None of that stimulates me to think most y'all are stupid. That's what stimulates me to think. But does that stimulate me to think, oh, this is an intelligent conversation? I say what's going on here. Are you talking about the hyperbole or the praxis or anything that makes you think, like intelligent? No, N-words, F this, all that. Like, that's not that is not a conversation. That's just basically crap, in my opinion. Okay, it's just stupid.
about women claiming that they want mental stimulation from men more than anything. Can I talk to you? They want intellectual conversations.
Correct.
And I saw a really interesting response video to this, and I'm going to play right now. Let's get it.
Don't believe them. Don't believe them for a bit. Don't buy it. I have never met a woman that has claimed to require mental stimulation that has actually meant it. Never.
That is the part that kills. That's the part of the truth that killed me. Yeah, that's the part. You ask it for it, but you don't reciprocate it. Like, you know, oh, this is an intelligent guy. Oh, you square. You lame. You ain't exciting. But you say you want a guy who mentally stimulates you, but you talking about the Pookies and Ray Rays.
Never. I have yet to meet someone who says that and actually means it.
That's true.
Because as soon as they say something like that, at first I used to believe it. I used to hear it and I would get excited because I love broad concepts. And if you guys have been, you know, sticking around and with me long enough, then you've heard some of the things I've talked about. I've broken down the myth of 10%. I've talked about epistemology, existentialism. I've talked about solipsism, phenomenalism. I've talked about several different topics, and these topics are extremely profound, broad, and exhaustive. Whenever I've talked about these topics to other women who claim to be sapiophiles and sapiosexuals, claim to want mental stimulation, guess what?
I've seen that, and I've seen that on many of dating profiles. Oh, I'm sapiophiles, sapiosexuals. No, y'all not. No, y'all not. Y'all level of that is so low that it don't make no sense for that.
They think I'm weird. They think I'm an overthinker.
Exactly.
They think I'm overanalyzing everything.
Exactly.
Oh man, this is the smart man's curse, right? Anybody who's intellectually inclined, right? You love to philosophize. At one point, I was in the same place he was. Is you meet these women who are like, I just want to talk to somebody. I want somebody who gets me. And you want a woman who you can have these deep discussions with, right? Actually think it's going to translate to game. You know, you end up realizing that it actually works against you in the long run. Like he said, you will look like a weirdo. Like, why do you think so much?
Because one of the things is that they're going to think you're lame, you're boring, you're not, I don't know what you overthinking, like he said, and all that stuff like that. Okay. You know, they'll think that. And also, for certain types of women, no matter the race, they're gonna like, okay, I can't fool this person. Because I've seen some things where women's like, oh, I want him to buy me something to check his ego. And they were like, oh, you can't afford this? And I'm like, what, dude? Is that stupid to let a woman say, oh, use reverse psychology, that blatantly low intellect, to say, hey, oh, babe, I know you could afford this. You can't afford this. Don't worry about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to buy you this because I can't afford it. Like, what? That never, ever worked on me. And I'm like, what guys are that stupid? And they are guys that stupid to let that happen.
It's kind of funny when you think about it. The bitter reality is, as an intelligent man, right, the smarter you are and try to lean into that when dealing with women, the more you will struggle with women, the less they will find you attractive. And I know it's so backwards, and I'm not saying you should change yourself.
Don't change yourself, yeah.
For women, I'm saying it's just what it is. And as I learned this, I started to change the way I would deal with women. And some men would say, that's BS. Find a woman who's also intellectually inclined. Bruh.
Yeah.
I get it. If you want to find one woman somewhere out there, the needle in the haystack, and you want to marry that woman. But this is for guys like this guy, for example, who's on screen. I assume this is a guy who's dating, right? He was trying to date around. You have a difficult time leaning into your intellectual side when talking to women. So when they say, I want a man I can talk to, that's not necessarily true. You want to appeal to a woman's emotions more than you appeal to her intellect.
I'm not kind of arguing against that.
Yeah, interesting conversation. Let's keep listening.
And I'm like, I'm not. I'm just talking about some in-depth, profound topics because I thought you were a sapiophile. By the way, for those of you that don't know what sapiophile is, that's exactly what it is. A sapiophile is someone who holds intelligence as the highest regard and the highest quality in a person.
When you do something
we
already
know that.
And
we already know that. That's just BS. Now, my wife, yeah, I'm happy she can entertain a thought. Can she entertain a thought a long way? No, she has to take a break from some of this stuff. But she does pique my interest and ask some questions that that makes me think. And it makes me go, put my thinking cap on. She does that, and she entertains some of my thoughts. So, like I said, I only have found a few people. And again, my wife is one of them. So, and she fully know. But my point going to what is these women that was talking, they're lying. They don't. I don't feel that. I feel that they were just talking out of their butts. They won't saying what they gotta say. They say it. But again, once you start saying the N word and you're big and you saying all these F this, F that, can you say without cursing? I'm gonna tell a lot of guys out there. If a woman, because there's a lot of women who look nice, dress nice. I know that. One of my exes, who was a nurse, a nurse and everything. She still used the X. She used the X. I was like, why are you using the N words like that? And she using F words like that. If it's in sex and all that stuff, that's all cool. But outside of that, it's just like, can you have a conversation without cursing? Basically, it look like it's not. So don't let them females like that fool you, man. It's not like that. Don't let them fool you like that. They're lying. They're definitely lying. All right. Anyway, trying this new format just to put more content on the channel. I'm trying to get the channel to grow. So with that said, catch you in the next Straight No Chasers, man. Drive time. Peace.